Hello everyone and welcome to Stuart's Cooking Show. I've got time to do it today because I am in the Czech Republic, as you may well know by now, and it's a public holiday in Czech Republic because in 1918 Czechoslovakia became an independent state, so it's a public holiday year. Tuesday, I know, funny day to have it, but that's the day it falls on. Unlike in England when they move to the nearest Monday or Friday, here in Czech they do it to the actual day it is. But hey, at least it's a day off. And as I have more time today, I am doing a bit of cooking. My wife looking after my little girl, I'm in the kitchen and I'm cooking a stew, which is very similar to goulash, but slightly different at the moment. Do you see I'm browning off my pork? I'm browning that off now. And I shall be adding some, hopefully you can see this, that's courgette, cabbage, I put a bit of apple in mine for a little bit of sweetness, carrots, cauliflower, of course onions, seasoning, all my seasonings up here, lots of seasonings, potatoes which I will cook separately to be served with it, and some chopped parsley, etc. Excuse the mess. And by the way, all this stuff is organic from the mother-in-law's garden. You know, pretty much all of it is from the mother-in-law's garden. Well, not all of it, but the courgette is, so is the cabbage, so are the apples, so are the carrots. Cauliflower is not, potatoes are, the parsley is, the onions are, so pretty much all of it. Oh, the meat isn't, of course. She hasn't got pigs. Anyway, I don't complain about the mother-in-law going to gardening and everything else, but it has come in useful. You know what I mean? Anyway, as I said, it's a stew, which is very similar to goulash, apart from you don't put paprika in it. You do put salt, pepper, and lots of various seasonings, which I've got in here. Also put Worcester sauce in mine. Always put Worcester sauce, and for a little bit of a kick, I put Kren, which in English is horseradish sauce. I put that in it, and plenty of salt and pepper, etc, etc, etc. And excuse me, a little bit thirsty here though. A very important part of the cooking process. I've actually got it in my, you can see that, my Radagast glass, which is my favourite beer. Hence, I have my Radagast Retro top on. But the beer I'm actually drinking is this one, which I hope you can see is Zlatý Peasant, which is a Slovak beer. But it's still a nice beer. The reason being, there's a Christmas special offer. And Radagast is my favourite Christmas special offer, but I do actually like that as well. And as I said, very important part of the cooking process, and very nice it is too. Anyway, I just wanted to show you what I'm cooking up. And later I will post the end product when I have finished it, and hopefully I don't cook too many beers. Just check it'll be meat browning nicely there, and nice to start adding some extra good, and not mushrooms. I'm not putting wild mushrooms in it. One reason is it's my little girl as well, and she doesn't like mushrooms. Number two, you don't mix wild mushrooms with beer, which I have learnt to my cost several times, and now I've learnt my lesson, I believe. And I said no paprika. Normally I would put a bit of chilli in it for cake, but no, it is for Emily, so just a little bit of horseradish sauce. Anyway, I will show the end product later. This is my cooking process. I like being in the kitchen because I'm in peace. I get some peace and quiet from my missus and my little girl, my 4-year-old, who the pair of them don't stop talking. I know I talk a lot as well, but this is peaceful. I don't mind a bit of cooking, you know, because we gather my thoughts, etc., and have a nice beer in peace. Anyway, ta-ta for now. I will carry on with my cooking, and I will post the end product later. Oh, excuse this, there's light there because it's a bit dark, and I know it shines off my bald dome, my bald head, so probably if it's blinding you, the light from my head, but I can't be helped. Anyway, bye for now. Let's crack on with my stew. That's right, Stewie is cooking stew. I just fooled that one. Little Stewie is cooking stew. Not goulash, because there's no paprika. Very similar, just a few more ingredients. You know what I mean. Anyway, that's all for now. Speak to you later. Have a good one.